Okay, it's a new dawn, it's a new day, it's a new light, and I've taken the dogs to daycare because they were just so annoying yesterday that I couldn't film. Sadly, my little munchkin just wants my attention 24/7, and if I don't give it to her, she barks at me, as you could have clearly seen yesterday. So, they're at daycare, I'm not going to be bothered, and I find wearing glasses makes me look older, so I'm just going to ditch them for today. I don't need them. He said I had 20/20 vision. Has that happened to anybody else before? Been told they had 20/20 vision, but were prescribed glasses? Like, come on. I find they make me look older, and that's not what I want to look like. Well, we won't waste any more time, and we will jump straight into it.
It's creepy. Not a soul around.
Look, if you're that freaked out by it, leave. No one's forcing you to be there. If you don't like it, leave.
When did everybody leave? When the gold ran out. Ages ago.
Again, if someone forced you to come up here, you clearly don't want to be there. Why are you there if you don't want to be there?
And it's been empty ever since? Would you want to live here? I don't like it. I wouldn't want to be here at night.
Lisa clearly doesn't want to be there during the day. Leave!
Why are we stopping? I see something.
You did not see that shit from on your horse.
First place senior eventing, Sweetwater Pony Club. 1957.
Why would anyone want to go that way?
I don't really know how to word this, but there are people in this world who don't like clutters of things. It's not the fact that they don't want the thing. It's the fact that they know that they won that medal back in 1957. They don't need the medal to prove it. But some people don't want things. They throw away their awards and whatnot because they know that they've won it. They've got the memories, but they don't need the physical trophy of themselves because they don't like clutter and things. That could be a reason why people want to throw things away.
Oh, Sweetwater Pony Club. Now there's a blast from the past.
Have you heard of it?
Yeah, Mrs. Reg used to belong.
Imagine referring to your mum as Mrs. Reg. Like you can't even just say mum. It's just Mrs. Reg.
Closed down a long time ago.
What happened?
Ask Mum.
There you go.
Where'd you find it?
Up on the hill, past old Sweetwater.
That's Haunted Hill. You shouldn't go there. It's dangerous.
Well, no one told them because they clearly had planned it, went up there, and nothing about the hill told them to go away. So you should have had the conversation a while ago.
You could see a grey mare galloping along the ridges. Just like this one.
To be fair, you told the same story about Belle, and that's what made Stevie name her horse Belle. So do you not see the pattern here with you and your stories?
Mm-hmm. It's my first award.
So, who won in 1957?
57.
Yes, because she just happens to have a backlog of everybody who won in the past few years. You know, just back of her mind.
It's a little before my time.
It was 5 years, Mrs. Frigg. Calm down.
But I do happen to have a lot of old photographs and programs. If you're interested.
So it's a bit before your time, but you have the programs of the events before your time. Makes sense.
Well done, Veronica.
I thought Veronica didn't like Jack teaching her. Like, has she had a change of tune?
Watch the people lining the streets, seeing one of their own, comfortable with the role.
I'm not going to lie, Veronica, but people don't really know much about the history of the suburb that they come from. People just move into it and they don't think twice of it. No one's going to think, oh my god, that's Veronica D'Angelo. Her grandmother 12 times removed was the founder of Willow Creek. No one sees it that way. No one actually knows the history of their suburb and the meanings behind it. So trust me when I say no one who's lining the parade or lining the streets of the parade are going to think twice and think, holy moly, like that's Veronica D'Angelo.
It's not up to one person. The leader of the parade is chosen by popular acclaim.
popular acclaim.
It's finally hit her. She ain't that popular.
I got something for you. Boarding fees are due. Hooray!
Trouble couldn't have eaten all this.
Oh, yes, that four-legged little angel did.
That's what I call my little dog who's a rascal. My four-legged little angel.
Did when he wasn't eating off his stationery. Oh, yeah, and you're behind with his stable fees as well.
Max should not be having this conversation with the girls, okay? They're 10. The fees would come through to the parents. He should be talking to the parents about getting their fees up. Knowing very well that they're 10, they're legally not old enough to have a job, meaning the money is going to come through to the parents.
Someone's keen to go on a ride. What about going along the creek? Sorry, I can't. I'm going back to old Sweetwater. You're crazy.
Yeah, Max and Jack said you shouldn't go up there. It's forbidden, which technically means if they shouldn't go up there, that means Pine Hollow don't own that trail, which means they're technically trespassing. They don't know who owns that land.
Well, just past old Sweetwater, but we have to go through the town.
Why is that?
I want to see if I can find out anything more about Rosemary Cross. Her folks had a farm out that way. Can't you think?
What, you're just expecting her to be there? Like, you were up there not too long ago. You saw that nobody lived there. There was no signs of life up there.
Think about anything else, Stevie? This all happened centuries ago. I don't know.
Centuries? Oh my god, like Rosemary Cross lived there in 57. That wasn't that long ago. I mean, given the Saddle Club was filmed in 2007 to 2008. Wasn't that long ago. Not a century ago.
Explain why it's such a good idea. Can you hand him out some customers?
Okay.
He doesn't sound too convinced either.
You do? If someone could pay for Trouble's stable fees, we might help out. You'll support me in exchange for money.
Something tells me that they haven't told their parents about Trouble. If Max is coming to them for their boarding fees, instead of their parents, something tells me their parents don't know about this donkey, which I don't know if it's a very good thing because, as mentioned, they're not old enough to have a job, which means their money has to come from their parents. Does no one else see the problem with this?
I mean, so it is. Double scoop.
This is blackmail. Like, they can't actually guarantee all these signatures that they've just promised. I reckon they should be getting the sodas after they get the signatures. Because this is just blackmail. They can't guarantee anything.
Doesn't look like anybody lives here. Couldn't you phone first? There wasn't a listing for Cross. Hello? Anyone?
I love how they've gone to the house that Mrs. Reg has said. But she could have moved out ages ago. Like, Mrs. Reg hasn't seen her since the 57 medal, like she said. So there's no guarantee that she still lives there. People come and go all the time. I don't know why they're so embarrassed to show everyone their costumes. I mean, you're going to eventually see them in it anyway. You might as well just like, oh, this is what I'm wearing for the parade. I'm just trying it on, making sure it fits and making sure I get the position right. Nothing to be embarrassed about. They're going to see you in it anyway.
Looks great. You think? Terrific. Have you thought about me leading the parade?
Yeah, it was on the top of his mind. Couldn't stop thinking about it at breakfast this morning. No one has thought about leading the parade because I'm guessing it's just never been that big of a deal. It's just always been whoever was first and ready to go has led it, based off the conversations that everyone has had with Mrs. Reg and the Saddle Club and the ring. It basically seems like no one has ever thought about leading the parade. It's just always been the first person who is ready has gone first. It's not been everybody's agenda.
This is Mrs. Reg's idea. Uh-huh. And when I pass you in the crowd, I'll wave.
That's cool. I'll be riding midnight in the parade too.
So how can she pass him in the parade if he's in the parade? You can't... He's not going to pass you. You're in front.
Shut the door!
Look, if you're getting changed, you would have it locked, or you'd go to a bathroom where there's a locked door. But again, there's nothing to be embarrassed about. People are going to see you in that dress anyway.
Go? Yes, you can. Can I please look? Stop it! You're making me...
They probably would have got away with it if they'd just given her the board to begin with, instead of acting suspicious.
you Rosemary Cross? I need to talk to you.
You don't need to talk to her, you would like to talk to her. There is a difference.
Is this yours? I found it on Haunted Hill.
For a medallion that's been buried for a very, very long time, it wouldn't come up that clean. There'd be scratch marks on it, there'd be rusty marks on it, because that's not obviously real gold or real whatever metal it is. It would come up scratchy, it would come up dirty, and it just wouldn't have returned to that state.
You won it on Smokey in 1957.
Yeah, I think she knows.
And I struck her head until she went cold. And still.
I mean, this is very graphic for a children's show. I'm just saying. Very graphic.
I decided then and there that I would never ride again.
And that's where the saying comes from when you fall off a horse. It doesn't, excuse me, it doesn't always mean physically fall off a horse. It can be a metaphorical thing as well. And that's where that saying, if you don't get back on that horse, it's only going to get harder.
It's helped to talk about it. Thank you.
Stevie.
She's been with her this whole time and she hasn't once said, oh hi, I'm Stevie. I've been researching what has happened after finding the medallion. She didn't once mention her name? Or could she not have said, what was your name again, sorry? I need to know if this is her first time mentioning her name or not.
Well, we couldn't get Lisa or Carol to sign.
What? You promised. We still have to ask Stevie.
Oh, I'm not gonna hold my breath on that one.
But look at all the other signatures you've got. Is -3 going to make that big of a deal? You've got a lot already. Like, that's pretty good for what they've done. I don't think having the Saddle Club to sign it means much. It's just 3 people.
Could I maybe borrow him for a bit?
What?
Looks like he could do with a run.
I love it how he just trusts her to borrow this horse. He's got no, where are you going to take him? What are your intentions? Like, this isn't my horse. I'd be asking more questions, just not so much a whatever. Do what you want. In fact, own the stables if you want to. They're all yours. He's very trustworthy of them for something that's not his property. And I'm pretty sure that horse becomes Jellybean in the next few episodes, but I could be wrong. But I think that horse may become Jellybean, but I don't 100% know. Oh, and they just happen to have an old-fashioned bridle just waiting at Pine Hollow for this. Well, it is Pioneer's Day, so it probably wouldn't make sense, but yeah, you know what I mean. It just happened to be lying around.
Mrs. Reg, I've got my petition right here. As you can see, I am the popular choice.
-3 people who didn't want to sign it.
Who's that?
I love it when they ask people who are in the distance, who's that? Like, they're gonna just come around with their binoculars and, oh yeah, that's Stevie and the old lady that lives up in Haunted Hill. Like, they can't see either. Let them get closer and then find out your answer. That looks like a personal photo. It makes me wonder how Mrs. Reg got that personal photo. Like, it doesn't look like it's come from a magazine clipping. It looks like someone has given Mrs. Reg the films, because keep in mind, back in those days, you had a camera, you took pictures, and then you had to go to like a pharmacy and get the films developed. It makes me think someone gave Mrs. Reg the films, she's developed the photo, and she's kept a copy. Or someone has given her the photo. But still, like, why would Mrs. Reg keep a photo of a random girl? You know, just in her bucket of stuff. See, they're not so embarrassed now when they're all in their costumes. It's like an everyday thing now. You shouldn't be embarrassed about trying on things.
I wonder how Veronica's taking it.
Well, imagine how you'd feel in her position. Mrs. Reggers asked you to get all these signatures. You've got them. You were given the job. Then all of a sudden it's, no, sorry. We're going back on our decision. You'd be pretty hurt too, Carol. So don't be so smug about it. You would be pretty hurt too.
3 guesses. If only I could get onto my dad's lawyer, I'd have this whole parade stopped.
Oh, come on. Rosemary deserves it.
It should have been my day. I got the signatures.
Veronica, there's always next year. I love how they just had a dress ready for her. Like, I'm guessing people have spent weeks and months getting their costumes, but they just had one ready to go for her, in her size, in her everything, all ready to go in like one day. Woohoo!
Ladies, it would appear I am to be your escort for this evening. Charmed. Where are we?
Well, you've got 2 arms and legs. Go look at the board yourself, you lazy bugger. Looking at that, it doesn't seem anything special about leading the parade. It'd be no difference to being 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th, or even last. It's no different. It's the same amount of trouble you have to take, the same amount of people seeing you walk on. I don't see a difference of the importance of being the leader of the parade, but maybe someone can explain to me. See, Desi's dead last as well, and she's enjoying it, having the time of her life. Like, nothing bothers her about her position. It's almost like being last is the best thing you can do. You get more time on the track. And Veronica got to carry the music. But I'm assuming the person at the front would have to carry the music as well. Like, it's a bit like, you know, everyone has to be able to hear the music somewhat. Well, another episode done and dusted. If you did like this episode, please give it a big thumbs up. Honestly, please do subscribe for more. And please sign the petition that I have linked in the description box below. And I will see you next time in the next episode. Bye, guys.